So how can slow breathwork bring clarity about the people and the places that align with your path? Well, firstly, you need to think about breathwork and how it creates a space for intuition to speak. So basically what happens when you're breathing really, really slow on a day-to-day basis, the intuition that comes into you has the ability to be able to be seen. As we know, when we are getting a lot of voice chatter and also chatter that's coming in from the outside world as well, we don't tend to have a good enough filter to be able to see, feel, and recognize the intuition moments when they actually come into our being. So slowing your breath down really does allow you to step away from that. As I've mentioned before, we've got a lot of mind chatter that's happening and it's constant. But when we're slowing our breath down, because we are connecting to our parasympathetic nervous system, we're in a rest and digest mode more often, which means that we're a lot more calm and we're a lot more balanced. So therefore, when intuition needs to come through, we know exactly what it is because there is no other external noise that is overshadowing our path, because we're concentrating as well on our slow breathing. So that's where the full and entire concentration goes, not actually on the thoughts that are coming into the mind. It also enhances awareness and energy of emotions. So when you get a lot of energy and emotions coming through you and your breath is slow, you're able to connect to them a lot more easily. You'll find that when you are not practicing a regular slow breathwork routine, that the emotions, when they come into you, you're kind of stuck in those emotions. So it could be an emotion of fear, it could be anger, it could be an emotion of limiting belief, whatever that emotion might be for that day, which could also be an emotion that is a beautiful emotion that will come through for joy and of peace and of clarity. When you are not practicing a gentle, slow breathing rhythm, you tend to just latch onto those emotions and not actually feel them within yourself in a way that you can kind of step back and actually feel them, see them for what they are. It also releases old attachments as well. So when you are going about your day-to-day life, you start to think a lot about the things that you might have done in the past that has brought you to where you are now. It could be a belief that you are going to get a certain response from maybe a conversation or any other type of interaction that you have with anybody. You are automatically going to go into your mind and try to decipher that and see, how that has affected you in the past. However, when you are slow breathing, you tend to release a lot of those attachments because you are more harnessed in the present moment. And when you're harnessed in the present moment, you're not really going so much into your thinking mind. What you're doing is just in surrender mode and starting to get all of the messages that are coming through from the universe. And so that way you're not attached to any particular outcome. It also, as mentioned, sort of fosters present moment connection. So when you're in the present moment, that's really when the magic happens. Everything is coming through to you at real time and you're more connected to the universe. You're more connected to source energy, to flow energy as it comes through you. And so therefore, if there is a particular person that you are wanting to connect with, a particular event that you're meant to go to, then being in the present moment will just allow you to kind of harness yourself into that particular moment, as opposed to getting caught up in your thought mind and going off in sort of making up different stories as to how a particular connection might be with a person or any other type of event. And it also opens you up to synchronicity as well. So when you're breathing slow, you're in this really beautiful slow state and you're guided. So instead of being in your thought mind, you're really, really open to the synchronicities that are coming in because you can actually see them. What you tend to find is when your mind is racing and you're breathing at a normal rate, whenever anything is coming through you or coming into you, you are unable to see what that particular synchronicity means at that particular moment. But when you slow your breath down, everything becomes really, really slow. So you might meet somebody and go, right, okay, I now know why I have met with this particular person. I asked this question this morning of, let's say, for instance, how am I going to connect to a certain group of people for, let's say, for my job or something like that, or a particular project that I might be working on. And then suddenly you get a telephone call from somebody and that opens you up to that synchronicity and for you to actually see exactly why that particular person has called you at that time. So slowing down your breath really is an amazing way to go about your day-to-day life and bring that clarity and the people and the places that you need to have in your life that will align with your path and really move you forward into the right direction. Thank you so much for listening today, and I wish you a beautiful